Are you ready to master the waves of medical device product development? Well, wax up your surfboard because you are listening to Inspired by Imua. And here is your medical device product development expert, that Hawaiian-hearted hostess who will help you hang 10, Meghan Alonso.
And aloha! You're listening to Inspired by Imua, where we help you master the waves of medical product development. Each week, we interview guests that educate, guide, and inspire to give you and your product the skills you need to hang 10. If this is your first time listening, Imua is spelled I-M-U-A. It's a Hawaiian word and it means to advance forward with passion despite rough waves. There are plenty of those in medical device development, but keep listening because we've got you covered. So this next podcast that we're listening to today, it's actually taking place in a restaurant. I've done one of these before and it's just kind of fun, but you do hear the restaurant background noise, so keep that in mind. I interview Dan Golka. So Dan's been one of my friends in the industry here for a while, and he has his own website called MedTech Directory. So if you haven't been to medtechdirectory.com, go check that out. There's lots of good stuff on there. It's just a blanket resource site for a lot of things in the medical device industry, jobs, investors, companies, lots of good things. And he's also planning an event January 23rd, 2017. So it's coming up soon. And we'd love to have you there. So there's opportunities just to attend the event. And if you use the discount code Monday100, that gets you $100 off. But there's also opportunities if you are a startup and you're seeking Series A funding, then we'd love to have you present your startup company at the event. And we're also we do have a few spots left for sponsors. So if you're in this business and you're a service provider to the industry, you work with a lot of medical device companies, medical device manufacturers, then you sponsor. There's opportunities for you to have a table. There's opportunities for you to speak, moderate a panel. So just reach out to Dan, let him know. That's at medtechmonday.com. So you can get a hold of him there. His Twitter handle is at MedTech Directory, and his email is dan@dangolka.com. So let's bring him on and we can dive into the interview today and sit back and enjoy. So Dan, are you ready to hang 10?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So I've known you for quite a while, and besides the intro that I gave, fill in the gaps of your experience in the medical device industry and just how you landed here. I know you have a pretty diverse background.
Well, I started out a few years back. I got into the medical device business through a publication, and the advantage to that at the time was I got to deal with everybody. I called on the VCs, I called on the designers, I called on the consultants, I called on the large companies, I called on the guy working out of his house with his 3D printer. I called on absolutely everybody. And the thing that amazed me was that these people didn't communicate amongst themselves. You would have these one-man bands that would not know what law firm to go to get their company set up and how to get any money. And then you deal with VCs that would say, hey, I'm looking for new projects. And then you deal with people that were looking for a job to get into the industry. So I thought, why not put everybody together? And I started the directory. So I went out, and there's nothing like this. But I created, an atmosphere that everybody can go to, where if you're looking for a job, you can go and find a job. If you want to find VCs, you can find VCs on my site. So we started the MedTech Directory, and it's been open. We did an early launch in March of this year, and then we went live July 1st, and lucky me, it just took off. So we're getting a lot of events that are advertising on it. We're getting a lot of people that are out, paying attention to it. So each week there's more people signing up. Each week there's more people that are going to the site. It's really nice.
Yeah, so it has a lot of value for really anyone in the medical device industry. It's a great hub of what's going on and who's out there, who the players are. And you mentioned events, so I really want to talk to you. We've been planning your event coming up soon. So it's MedTech Monday, January 23rd in Irvine, California, and I'm one of the speakers and helping promote the event. I'm helping plan the event. It's all coming together. It's really exciting. So I want to focus on that and just have a big push towards that. So what's the thing that you're most excited about?
Well, you know what? The one thing is that once we came up with the idea to have our own event, I'm really happy that so many people that I've met over even the last year that have decided to be involved in it. From the speakers that we're getting to the sponsors that we have, it's really coming together. We have a great venue. The Atrium Hotel is going to be perfect for this. We've got a great lineup of speakers, and I'm really thrilled about it. I really think that our format is what I'm most excited about, and the format's going to be a little different where it's not just going to be panels all day long. We're going to have speakers talk, and then we're going to introduce a startup to the entire group, and the startup's going to present their technology to everybody, how much money they need, what the product is that they're creating, where they're at, and what the future holds and what they think the marketplace is going to be. And we're going to feed everybody all day. We're going to have breakfast, lunch, and then have a cocktail reception at the end of the day. But it's going to be a great day that everybody's going to be involved in.
Mm-hmm. So that's a great opportunity for any startup company listening, or if you know of anyone that wants funding or wants to pitch, they can be involved. So what kind of startups are you looking for to present?
Right now we're looking for companies that are trying to get their Series A, that have a viable technology. And we've seen a wide variety of companies that have applied to present. And we've seen everything from apps, we've seen software advances, we've seen wearables, and it's exciting. We want somebody that is got a viable business plan that really thinks that they have something different. We're trying to have the event be an event that you're not going to see the same thing. You're not going to see 12 breast cancer devices that are going to be there. It's going to be different. We're going to have a wide variety of products and services that the startups are presenting.
Sounds good. So you've already brought a lot of value to me, and I know inside of your head to all the startups you can bring a lot of value. I've just really been impressed with your hustle in building the MedTech directory and putting together this event. And one thing that we just talked about earlier, so tell us your trick for when you're looking to get some press. You had some neat ninja techniques there with what you've been doing.
Well, I've always, the theme of the event is innovation, collaboration in the year ahead. And I think that people need to go out and ask for business. They need to go out and talk to people that they want to co-partner with. And look at people, look at somebody that's going to benefit your product. If you have a device and you think that software is going to benefit your product, look at the software companies that could benefit you. Not steal your technology, but somebody you can work with down the road. And look at what you can do, from a social media standpoint, because what people don't look at is they don't pay attention to the fact that everybody sells. No matter what they do, if you're an engineer, you have to get customers to make the phone ring for you to be successful. And in our economy, we need to have people, find us. And social media, you can do the majority of it for free, but if a company went out and set themselves up on YouTube, set themselves up on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, you'd be surprised the extra people that you would get that would make your phone ring. Twitter's a huge, audience that you can get just by sharing news stories about your company. And I think that there's a lot of press out there by doing just the connecting with other people and meeting people.
Yeah. So that brings me, that's an interesting discussion topic, because I've noticed that myself. In our industry, Facebook's a little harder to get traction for, at least organically from a start, because I'm not connected to as many business contacts on Facebook. I think that's changing. It's building. But LinkedIn and Twitter, I feel like, are so easy, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me here, and we'll see what you have to say, but I have a hard time grasping with some of these startup companies saying, we're in stealth mode, we're not going to talk about anything, we're not going to let anyone know what we're doing, and we're really hard to find. And I just see a lot of success from the companies that do put things out there, and of course not tell everybody your IP, but be on social media.
I couldn't agree more. Invisibility never got anybody rich and never got anybody out there. I really think that if you could go out, and you don't have to share your IP and your technology, but your company name, your branding, where the industry that you're working in, share news stories about, if you're an orthopedic device, share news stories about other orthopedic devices. Write about the problems that other people are having. Search, that type of content and share that type of content out there. And get people to where, when you do decide to go live, people make this mistake. Okay, we're ready, and then they go on Facebook, they go on LinkedIn, and they're nowhere to be found. I don't have 1 million Twitter followers, but I've got a really well-rounded group of almost 6,000 people that when we post stuff to, people are engaged in, and they click on my videos, they click on things, and in an hour I can get you 100 video views, which is it's not record-setting, but it's something that if you're a technical guy and you've made some technical video that's such a tight audience, I can still get views for that.
Yeah.
And I'm proving that on a daily basis right now. So, I believe in the power of social media, and I really think that people make the mistake of, like everything you said, they go into stealth mode, and we don't want anybody to know what we're doing. Well, no one, you shouldn't share that stuff. That's the secret sauce that none of us need. But as far as your company name and the fact that you guys are out there, once you flip that switch and you guys are live and you want to collect money, wouldn't it be nice to have people have the company be searchable and have 25 stories written about you guys? Or what about a press release? What about, we're Johnson Medical, and here's a new hire that we did, and doing a press release on that. You're not giving anything away, but that's searchable content that people can find 2 months from now when you do decide to raise $1 million.
It just that builds the hype. People want in that. One of my really close colleagues, Brandon Adams, who is actually episode 3 on the podcast that helps companies crowdfund, he talks about that. And you'll see so many...
It's funny. I've listened to Brandon's podcast on your podcast twice because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
But his message was great, because the message, and Brandon's a guy that if you go to his message and you listen to what he has to say, here's a guy that has raised millions of dollars through crowdfunding, and he does it in a different manner, but he gets people excited about a project, whether it's an individual product or it's a service. Brandon has raised a lot of money, but he does that through having people find things and through searchable content.
Oh yeah, and I remember when I first met him, I was talking to him about crowdfunding, and he said you have to have that established network. You have to build up your interest list. Sure, your product's not on the market yet, but have a way where you can collect emails like, hey, are you interested? Sign up, you'll be the first to hear about it. If you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, what else is there? Instagram, Snapchat.
Absolutely. See, that's the thing. It's like the power of a business card and the power of an email. And people, again, you talked about stealth mode, and I've seen this so many times where people, we're pulling our database together and they don't send out an email. We'll send somebody an email and introduce you. Hey, I met you the other day, and this is what we're working on, and we will talk soon. And when your product goes live, they're going to read that second email that you've written, and it's not coming out of the blue.
Yeah.
So,
Which we're drifting the conversation, but this is another good, I guess it's leading into several points, because I remember a conversation about that with emails is, well, with anything, reaching out to someone via email or phone call or on social media, but just think of it in terms of dating. You want to build that relationship, and then you don't meet someone for the first time and then ask them to marry you.
Right.
So I see a lot of, well, this isn't startups, this is more service providers, but I see them making that mistake. Like, hey, I met you at this event. Hey, do you want to buy my product? Do you want to buy my service?
Hey,
no.
Try this, because this is one thing I do in business that really works really well. And that is, and people go, oh my God, you really do this? Send somebody a personal note. You meet somebody you want to do business with, you want them to go to your event, you want them to buy your product, you want them to use your service. When you get that business card, don't fire off an email. Write them a personal note. Hey, it was great meeting you yesterday. I look forward to talking to you more. Put that in the mail. Your name and phone number with that. Pop a business card in there. Watch how many more times people pick up the phone and call you and say, hey, thank you for doing that. Because people respond to that. People, it's different. Anybody can send off an email and hope and pray that they're going to respond to you and it doesn't hit their spam folder. But to write somebody a personal email in an envelope, they're going to open that now. You'd be surprised. It's totally different, but it takes a whole 5 minutes to do it. But you meet 5 people today and then send those letters off tomorrow, everybody will call you back. It's a very good thing that I do that some advice given to me a few years back, and it works real well.
Yeah, me too. And our email is just inundated, but very rarely do I get good mail.
Right. But you open it though. You get a letter, and oh my gosh, thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you. You're going to do that. But you know what? The next time you run into, I ran into Meghan. Oh, hey, Meghan wrote me that note. That was really nice. That was thoughtful. And if there's, it goes back to my philosophy of everybody sells. Everybody's got to promote the business and product that they do. And again, you meet engineers, this isn't my responsibility. It is your responsibility. And there's technical guys that you're going to need to work with that you may need to work with down the road. And we need to open up the lines of communication any way you can and be different. Okay, and that's where Brandon is successful, because if you look at the way Brandon's raised all that money, he's done it by not using just, hey, we went to Indiegogo and put this product up there and watch it sit there stale. He advertises, he promotes things, and he gets people talking about stuff to where it raises all that money.
Yeah. Well, enough on our tangent there, but it was a good tangent, so we went with the flow. More about MedTech Monday. You mentioned 3 words: innovation, collaboration, and
the year ahead.
The year ahead. So go more into that topic.
MedTech Monday is January 23rd, 2017. It
is the year ahead.
Yeah, just a few days after our new president gets inaugurated. We're going to have, we're going to bring people together, and we're going to talk about what the latest technology is in Orange County and what people are working on. What startups are out there that are trying to do things that are different. What companies in the biotech and in the VC world are doing things different. Right now, there's, Indiegogo just announced that they're having, you can do crowdfunding for a company and for a percentage of the business. So I don't know all the details on it yet, but this is exciting stuff. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to go out and raise, money for your medical device, it would behoove you not just to have a stack of money. It would behoove you to have a plan and viable people that can help you make it successful. So we're going to look at every aspect of it. We're going to talk about the grants that are out there for medical device companies. We're going to talk about what's different. And these big companies out there, J&J and Medtronic and all these other companies that have grants, we're going to try to find out as many of those as we can between now and the event, so that people can find out how do you apply for that stuff? How can I get my startup, a piece of that money? And then we're going to have the VCs there that are going to talk about what they're looking for. We're going to have the startups pitch. We're going to have them hopefully make deals as the event goes on. And then we're going to talk, we've got a great lineup of speakers that are going to talk about, from everything. We've got doctors, we've got FDA people, we have people in marketing, and we're pretty much covering every single area of our business in one day. So,
Yeah,
again, innovation, collaboration in the year ahead. It covers it all.
So we'll mention this later, but just so I don't forget, how can people register?
Well, they can go to, we have the website, medtechmonday.com. And you can sign up for there. It's a very inexpensive event to come to. You're going to have breakfast, you're going to have lunch on us, and you're going to have a nice cocktail reception. We're nailing down all the speakers right now. So as people check back each week, there's going to be more speakers added. The startups, they're being vetted right now. We're going to have interesting startups that are going to be there, and even the sponsor area. We've got a very large sponsor area that people can have a table and they can promote their companies or service, and meet a lot of good people. So it's all the way around. It's going to be a great day. We've got the perfect venue for it. The Atrium Hotel is right across from John Wayne Airport. Parking's free.
I think you can walk there from.
Oh yeah, you could literally. It's the hotel directly across from the airport. Because my son said I could throw a baseball across the street. So
yeah, you don't even have to get transportation.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So Orange County weather in January. Hopefully it's not going to rain, but it's usually perfect and sunny and hot.
No.
And 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, so it's good weather.
I can't wait to have my own event someday, and we're going to go surfing. That's going to be part of it.
That's going to be it? Okay.
Of course.
Well, okay. There won't be any surfing at MedTech Monday, but there will be a lot of people there. So far, I've been very lucky that people have started to sign up for it, and again, with your help and with everybody that's helped so far, we've really gotten a stellar list of attendees and a stellar list of speakers. So I'm really excited right now.
And then, so we have a discount code for that. So let us know if it's $100 off, right?
It is.
All right.
The event is $295, and through Megan's group, it is, if they use the code Monday100, MONDAY 100, they get $100 off, and they can attend the event for $195. It's a limited number of tickets that we have at this, so I suggest that people sign up as soon as possible at MedTech Monday. But I'm really, again, I'm pleased with it. I'm pleased to have Meghan helping. She's just been an absolute cheerleader for the event and for the MedTech directory, and we've just gotten good people and good advertisers, and I've been very, very lucky all the way around.
All right, well, thanks for joining us tonight. And I know, like I mentioned in the intro, it was a little noisy. We're at a restaurant here, but it's just kind of a fun thing. We've been trying to do this interview for a while.
Well, I'm excited, and hopefully we can come back. We can talk about social media and the medical device business in the future. But again, I love Imua. I think you guys are great. I'm so happy to be part of this, and I have been to so many events that you've been a part of, and it's nice to be working with you. And I'm honored that you asked me to do this, and I'm just glad that we can work together. So, thank you.
Thank you, and see you at MedTech Monday.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for listening, guys. It would be great to have you at MedTech Monday. Hope to see you there. Again, it's January 23rd at the Atrium Hotel in Orange County, just literally right across the street from the airport. If you're flying in for the event, you don't even have to worry about Uber or anything. Just go right across the street. That discount code is Monday100, and you can get your tickets at medtechmonday.com. So sign up there. We will see you there. And until the next episode, Imua.
Mahalo for joining us. If you're new to riding the waves of medical device product development, or if you've been in development for a while already, Inspired by Imua is here to surf with you. Want to be a master of the waves? Text HANG10, that's HANGTEN, to 44222. We'll send you the most common wipeouts companies make in product development so you can avoid them and reach master wave status. Again, that's HANG10 to 44222. We publish a new episode every Tuesday, so catch us at inspiredbyimua.com. Imua!